Many thanks again for staying with us on the program TMI on the ITV network. And big thanks to my colleagues, Wilson and Anu Luakbo, who held down the presentation, as well as my network colleagues from Abuja, Ikaro, as well as Josh in Lagos Network Studio. It's a lovely day. This is wishing you happy Easter in arrears. Okay, we'll just go right into our first discussion segment on the show with our first guest as we look at government policy impacts and the plight of Nigerians, which to a large extent is attracting a lot of reactions, counter reactions, and some may be confrontational, but people have deployed different ways and means to express themselves and give their views and perspectives on the state of the nation. But in a sense, we all have the common interest of helping Nigeria to grow and bringing about the advancement of this country, but we have different ways to do that. But in doing that, it must be in line, in tandem with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, because where your right ends, another man's right begins. Today on the show, we have a very, very outstanding musician, entertainer, who's been there. And his brand of music, which of course is rap, conscious music, hip-hop, has been something that has attracted a lot of attention. In recent time, he got his song out, Tell Your Papa, which of course has attracted a lot of attention from government institutions, departments, ministries, and even agencies. Today on the show, we want to engage that issue, particularly as it relates to the impact of government policies and how it's affecting Nigerians, how Nigerians are responding to it. Ladies and gentlemen, we want to welcome very specially Eedris Abdulkareem. Let me just add as well, the one and only Eedris Abdulkareem. Eedris, it's such a delight to have you join us on TMI on the ITV network. How are you doing today?
Thank you for having me. I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
I'm sure it was a very busy period for you during this Easter. And what message did you share with Nigerians, some of those gigs that you had?
Well, stay truthful to yourself. Don't be silent. Keep your head up and speak out when it's very, very necessary. And remember that we are all Nigerians, and don't ever play tribal sentiment with anybody.
Fantastic. Let's just talk about the state of the nation a bit. There are reactions and counter-reactions that have trailed the state of affairs. But you agree with me that some of the things that we see today didn't just start today. And what's your assessment of government's impact beyond some of the things that you've already highlighted in your new song that seems to have attracted government attention?
Let's go back to approximately before 2015. A bag of rice was approximately 15,000 naira. Petroleum was approximately 85 naira per liter before it went to 180. Spaghetti, bag of rice, and all that. Immediately, the APC government took over in 2015 under President Muhammadu Buhari. Everything skyrocketed to, let's say, for example, fuel became 450 to 700, 450 approximately, basically. Then Tinubu skyrocketed to 1,000 something, then it's now 850. And this same government, when they came in, first thing they did was to basically remove fuel subsidy. After, this is 2 years after the president haven't told us how much he has made since the removal of fuel subsidy. Nigerians are dying, hunger has skyrocketed, people can't take care of their family. people receive workers receive 70,000 a month, and that money isn't even enough for them to pay for their electricity bill. So basically, from the time the APC government took over to the present, they've taken us back to 1983, and it's a saddening situation.
You're much aware about some of the economic challenges that has bedeviled this country. At the start of the Tinubu's administration, it made a very critical statement decision as it relates to the economy, which has to do with the removal of fuel subsidy. But you're familiar with the campaigns of the three major political parties and their candidates with the intention of removing fuel subsidy. You're also aware that there are some Nigerians who had the opportunity to be in the oil and gas business who were milking the nation using the fuel subsidy as a platform to do that. So what would have been your option to the government under that circumstance?
Well, first and foremost, the fact is that the government is not sincere to us at all. If the government was sincere, immediately the president removed fuel subsidy. We're supposed to be seeing change by now because this is 2 years after. But unfortunately, immediately the president got to the seat. The Senate, which I call rubber stamp Senate, started buying themselves bulletproof cars, started allocating money to themselves. Unfortunately, the president is still asking us to sacrifice. What do you want us to sacrifice? I mean, how do you expect us to sacrifice when budget to renovate Aso Rock alone, it's about 15 billion. Traveling allowance of the vice president and the president is about 20 billion approximately. And we're asking Nigerians to basically sacrifice. They are not showing us that truly they meant what they say by bringing change to the people. So unfortunately, this government of APC isn't sincere to the people of Nigeria. Of course, removing subsidy should have been a beautiful thing where we'll see all the dividends of removal of subsidy, but we ain't seen anything. Inflation has risen. I mean, hunger has skyrocketed. Family can't even buy food for their family anymore. Transportation has gone up because petroleum price has increased to 300%, and it's a certain situation we find ourselves. So this government isn't well.
There's a feeling that you have a personal grouse with Mr. President and perhaps his family against the background of the song that you just released that has been a source of attention to government. I mean, up to the point that it's been banned by the government, because this is not the first time you put out such a song. I remember you did a song some years back that talked about Nigeria, Jaga Jaga, at that time during the administration of Chief Olusegun Obasanjo. What is it with you with songs of this nature as relates to government?
Well, first thing first, I want to tell you is this. The 1999 Nigerian Constitution, guarantees freedoms of expression, in Section 39. This right includes freedom to hold opinions, receive and impart information. Also, the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, UDHR, protects freedom of expression and encompassing the right to hold opinions without interference and to seek, receive, and impart information and idea. This right is further enshrined in various international human rights instruments, including the International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, ICCPR, Article 19 of the UDHR, and the ICCPR also acknowledge the importance of free expression for democracy, human rights, and the rule of law. A few weeks ago, I watched a video where the president's son was giving lecture or campaigning, defending his father, saying that they keep coming for my father. They keep coming for my father. My father is the greatest president, but sincerely, I differ. You know, you keep saying my father is the greatest president. My father is the greatest president. Anyway, I think Shay need look more perfect in silence than when he speaks. I will advise him to hand over the microphone to the MC next time. Um, he lacked the charisma and composition to express true hardship under his father's government. Tinubu is the best father to Shay Tinubu, but is the worst president ever in Nigeria.
But
He has
this is clearly your opinion,
when you ask
Idris,
a
and it
question,
looks like this is coming from
when
a
you ask a
deep-seated
question,
animosity.
when
Is
you
that
ask a
correct?
question, you let me finish. When you ask a question, please, next time, when you ask a question, let me finish, huh? Before you ask another one. So I advise the son of the president in my new song to travel by road with his security. Let him feel the pains of ordinary Nigerians. The Nigerian youth are just asking for basics, affordable electricity, security, enabling economy, policy, job creation, not palliatives. The president lied about fuel subsidy, economic recovery, lied about fixing the naira, lied about corruption. So I hear people say that I've been personal by attacking the president's son in my new song, Tell Your Papa. Again, that's not true. I was just using my music to reply the president's son that his father isn't the best president. Sheikh Tinubu denied ever saying his father would complete his 8 years and that nothing can change that, not even God. Moral, for me, it's just something I want to add. Is Tinubu the first president that has a son? If I remember correctly, Buhari also has a son too, even if I'm not too sure of the other past presidents. Why is this guy parading himself all over Nigeria that we now have an office of the son of the president? Even the vice president is nowhere as popular as him. The presidency need to educate us.
Idris, what do you make of the reactions that you are working for the opposition and giving a bad image to Nigeria? Because what a lot of people, some communication scholars will call emerging communities. What the world sees or know about Nigeria is based on what they see in the media.
Well, this is 25 years professionally that I've been using my music to add value to the lives of Nigerians, to educate Nigerians, and to basically expose corruption and ills in the society. During Obasanjo era, was there any politician that also sponsored me that time to come out and sing about the ills in the society? There wasn't. I mean, if I've been sponsored by a politician, maybe today I would have been a billionaire. My responsibility basically is to use music to address the ills in the society and to say it the way it is, whether anybody likes it or not. And there are some happy slaves out there who are playing ethnic sentiment. Um, that how come you did not sing, any song during Muhammadu Buhari era? And I told them that they were all busy listening to songs that disrespect women, that talks about, you know what I mean, dirty things. They were busy listening to songs like that while I dropped a song called Lots of Jaga Jaga and Jaga Jaga Reloaded under President Muhammadu Buhari. People can go and check it out. So I don't listen to those who brings tribal sentiment into this. My responsibility is to say it the way it is, whether anybody likes it or not, period.
Are you in any way concerned or bothered by the image that your brand of music paints about the country to the outside world?
The people that are supposed to be concerned about their image are those who are playing music that are not adding value to the lives of Nigerians. I am so happy. I am recognized all over the world with my music. for using my music as human rights tools to educate my people. I mean, as a human rights defender, my responsibility basically is to continue to use my music to add value to the people. I mean, I just came back from an invitation of 6 month research program in University of York, where I undergo research on artistic freedom, being able to find out the violation on artists, journalists, and those who are speaking out. And I go to all these programs internationally every year. So I'm being able to build a beautiful name myself. Like my people will say, they say a good name is better than gold and riches. So I am proud of myself. My lot of my fans are proud of me. My family are proud of me, and that's what matters to me.
If you just join us, you're still on to TMI on the ITV network. Our guest on the program is the sensational Eedris Abdulkareem, sharing his thought with us on government policy impacts and the plight of Nigerians, which of course are encapsulated in his new song. Eedris, you're aware that your song has been banned. What do you make of this?
This is not for the first time that my song has been banned. I mean, I've been through this road before. I mean, during President Olusegun Obasanjo era, they banned Nigeria Jaga Jaga, which basically means shambles. The things ain't going on the way it's supposed to be. So this happening now also, for me, I think is a blessing in disguise because my message has gotten to the president. I guess he has told his father that Nigerians are hungry, Nigerians are dying, Nigerians can't even feed themselves, my brother. I mean, a lot of things are going on, and it is important to speak the truth. I also want to use this opportunity to say that it is simple. There are few important failures of this government. One, increase in petroleum price. Tinubu increased price of petroleum by 300% after announcing the withdrawal of subsidy. Inflation, two, prices of goods keep increasing. CBN keep raising interest rates to combat inflation, but they keep failing to tackle it. Three, hunger. The level of hunger being experienced has broken a record. The promises of black palliatives didn't address the situation. Four, reduction of purchasing power. The high inflation has affected purchasing power of Nigerians. People can't buy anything. Their salary is 70K, and that is not enough money to pay for electricity in 1 month. Don't forget they've increased electricity tariff, and we still don't have light. The president just paid 710 billion for all alternatives. What's it called? Electricity. Terrorists kidnapping people in 1 day. Farmers can't go back to farm anymore. They're busy bringing in GMOC, genetic modified organisms, to come and eradicate Nigerians instead of sending their security agents to the forest to eradicate these terrorists. Six, increase in transportation. The high cost of petroleum has automatically affected because of transportation. Seven, the devaluation of Naira. Government devaluation of Naira has brought in many disadvantages for a country that rely heavily on imports. Eight.
So Eedris, just to make sure we are pressed for time. Beyond criticizing government, using your music like you talked about a while ago, have you also thought about proffering solution? It's good you criticize. Have you also been able to conceptualize, encapsulate options for alternatives? Yeah.
I'm not a politician. It is their job. It is their responsibility. That's why they are politicians. That's why they are professional politicians. My job as a human rights activist is to basically say the truth. When a president do well, If the president have done well, I would have sing a song that the president have done well. And if the president is not doing well, it's my responsibility to say it the way it is, whether anybody likes it or not. It is their responsibility to be sensitive, not to be insensitive, to basically buy bulletproof car for themselves, and keep telling Nigerians to sacrifice. What kind of sacrifice are you asking us to sacrifice?
Okay.
When you are making too much money and you're so
there's no evidence anywhere. It is just a moment. There's no evidence anywhere, even when things were better compared to what we have today. And you've been very vocal with your music that you sang a song appreciating the presidency, for doing well. There is no evidence anywhere. And in any case, all of those songs that you brought forth to criticize government, how do you measure their achievements and their impacts?
You are saying that there's no evidence. Evidence of what are you saying that there is no?
Evidence of the impact, the transformation those songs that you sang criticizing government brought. And then secondly, I also asked you a question. When things were better, you've been very much around within the music space, within the entertainment space. There is no evidence that you sang a song commending government for doing well.
You talk too much and you don't let me answer you. You talk too much, you don't let me answer you.
And because I'm trying to work on the time that we have just to ensure that, because I know you have another engagement in a few minutes from now. Yes.
Guy, go and listen to all my songs. I've just given you an example. Go back and listen to Lord of Jaga Jaga. You are all busy listening to songs that you're not supposed to listen to. That's why you didn't know that I recorded songs, that I've been recording songs. Now that this has gone viral, because the president don't like truth, because this government hates truth, and the MPC ban it. To God be the glory, the message has gotten to the president. Simple as ABC. As far as I'm using my music to add value to the lives of people, I have done my social responsibility. What I will expect you to do also is to think or advise other artists out there to speak against hunger in this country. And I want to use this opportunity to thank NBC for banning the song.
What's your relationship with other artists? Get into the background of this consciousness that you are bringing forth, this activism that you're bringing forth in the entertainment industry.
Come again, I didn't get that.
And so what's the level of collaboration, interaction that you have with other musicians?
A man that speaks the truth does not have friends.
So you are alone now on this trajectory.
A man that speaks the truth does not have friends. I don't launder money for the government like some of the artists do. So please, a man that speaks the truth doesn't have friends. I love the life that I'm living, and I love the job that I'm doing as a human rights activist. So I will advise those musicians out there who has benefited from Nigerians who are streaming their songs, that whenever they are in problem, use your music to speak for them. Simple. Good morning, everybody.
All right, Eedris, thank you very much for sharing your time with us this morning and giving us your views and perspectives on the state of the nation. I want to thank you so much. We hope next time we reach out to you for an engagement like this, you oblige us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.